안에
안내.
Hello, apa kabar semua? Welcome to another episode of Mamak. I'm your host, Nicholas. And today, we're going to talk about something that is very close to many of us here, which is graduation. So, you've made it now. You have earned your degree, you have earned your diploma, you have gotten that piece of paper. But now what? So, what's next after graduation? So, today, we're going to dive in and find out. So, here with us today, we have two very special guests, students just like many of you here. Let's hear about their experiences and what are they planning for the future. First up, we have Tiger and Christopher. Guys, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi guys, so I'm Tiger and I'm currently studying business admin and I'm in my final year already. So I'll be graduating by the end of this year after my internship.
Hi, I'm Christopher. I'm a diploma and 3D animation student. So I'm in diploma. So right now I'm thinking whether I should go to degree or not, to further my studies lah.
Okay, so I see all three of us here are in our final year because I'm actually in my final sem. I'm graduating in about 2 months. So what are your thoughts on graduation? Do you feel excitement? Do you feel stress? Or maybe that tiny bit of uncertainty as well?
For me, I think I wouldn't feel uncertain because I'm quite sure which industry to work in or what type of companies or what type of work that I would want to do, But for me, I feel like it's very stressful and I'm very concerned about my future because you know how they always say when you graduate, you move into the real world. So you have to depend on yourself. You have to buy your own food and you have to rent. You have to the transport or the vehicles or anything anything related to money or everything. You have to pay for yourself. So I'm quite concerned about this part only because when you have to based on yourself, you have to be independent and it's quite hard because you don't really have the experience to really be independent. So for me, I feel like it's like this. I would be happy to graduate because there won't be any assignments anymore. So they'll be like, I don't have to work for my assignments. I don't have to go for finals, I don't have midterms to prepare for. But as well, I can actually when I get to work, I get to live by myself. I get to do my own thing, without any restrictions. Just that I have to be prepared for the real world for like all the expenses that I have and all those kind of living stuff. I think I need to survive first before I really enjoy my life.
That is true lah. That is true. For me, I actually very uncertain of what I'm going to do in the future because I just finishing my diploma. And I'm in the two-way path whether I should go for degree or maybe I should straight up go into the industry. For me, it's because this is a very important question. I feel like for all of us in our lives, especially as uni students. I think it's like a life experience all of us as uni students we have to go through lah.
Actually, for me personally, I feel a bit of all three. Of course, I'm excited to graduate. I'm excited to finally be able to wear the square hat and make my parents proud. And obviously, stressed about, like Tiger mentioned, the financial issues like taking care of our own expenses. Obviously, taking care of basically everything by ourselves. And uncertainty is you never know what the future holds.
Yes.
I think for me, it's kind of a mix of all three, and obviously, I would say a bit of not disappointment. What's the correct word for it? A bit of some things that I will miss in uni life, especially clubs and friends, like hanging out with friends.
Connection.
Yeah, it's not something you can easily do after you graduate. So basically, talking about like going to work, like financial stuff, right? Do you feel any pressure to kind of like make it after graduation?
Okay.
Of course, definitely. Like people would say, every time when you graduate, people will then look at how when you're doing your university, it's like I'm doing my degree. parents or friends or relatives or other people, they will ask about your studies, your grades and everything. But when you graduate, they'll ask you about, so how's your job? Which company are you in? How much do you earn? Wow, this is very stressful, you know. Because you have to like go into a good company or have high paid salary or something to have like, I have results already. But actually for graduates, right, I think our competition is quite tough because there's a lot of universities in KL, and then after that, if you have to work in KL, there are a lot of graduates as well, and you might not be one of the best, you know, for that company or that industry. So you might have other competitors, and then you have to know how to shine or how to get into what you want to do, the company or like the, who knows, the position that you want might be taken by someone else, but you can go to a company in another position or something. So you have to find your way to actually reach your goals, because you really, it's very hard to say because the economics nowadays not good as well. You
For me, because okay, my family, right, they don't really push on to what I want to be. They don't really push, you know, like Asian standards, like, you know, you have to be a doctor, you have to be this, you have to. No, but they push me in my studies. So they still want me to make it. They still want me to make it. They're still like pressuring me. But they are not very, they don't care about what I study, as long as the money comes in.
Okay, I think for me, obviously I feel that kind of pressure as well, but I would say the pressure to make it is not really from my parents. It's more or less from myself, because obviously my parents, they have been taking care of me for how many years? 20, 25, 24 years. And obviously I would love to have the chance to give back, you know, like take care of my parents. And I would say that's kind of the pressure of making it from me.
Agree.
So do you have any plans after graduation? Like any plans, maybe look for a job, maybe even starting your own business?
After graduation, okay, for me, I think I'll go into a company first, to work in a company, to learn as much as I can.
Okay.
To do business, I believe that is in my later part of my life. I have to like be economic stable first.
Okay.
So after I graduate, I will go into a company, I'll start working. If I get to earn a lot, or if I get to have a stable job, and then I might be able to, you know, earn my first bucket of gold, you know, in Chinese, how you say. And then I'll be able to actually, I earn my money, then I can start my own business. That's how I think. So for me, after graduation, my short-term plan is to find a job or a position or a company that I like, and I work in that company. I enjoy my life, like, not like how I would want it, I would want it, but I will enjoy it however it is given. Yeah.
How about you, Chris?
For me, because you know, I'm finishing diploma.
Okay.
I actually, you know, and I already said I'm uncertain. I want to take some time to navigate my path. I don't think I would go into like the industry just yet, you know.
Okay.
I'll take some time, one gap year, 3 to 6 months, you know, that kind of stuff. I'll chill a bit first. I'll refresh my brain. Let me think what I want, because I still miss uni, you know. I still miss the connection. I still miss the friendships. Yeah, all of that.
I think for me, kind of plans after graduation, I would say I had this very long thought out plan back in high school, but it was kind of messed up by the pandemic. And I'm currently studying something that I don't feel like, I don't see myself doing in the corporate world.
Okay.
I do mechanical engineering, and I don't really enjoy the work of an engineer.
I see.
And I would obviously want to go back to my dream since I was like 9, I think, to be a pilot. So I would say that's my grand plan after graduation, which is to continue my studies to achieve my dream to be a pilot. And I would say that's my ultimate dream. And obviously pilot earns a lot, so that's part of the main reason as well.
Actually, before I actually choose business admin, right, I wanted to take like mass comm or other courses, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do in the future. You know, there's a lot of uncertainty before I step into uni. So I chosen business admin because I feel like business admin you can do a lot of stuff. You can start from accounting, you can go to like not like really professional accounting, but then basic, and then you can do marketing and sales, which I am very interested in, and you can also do like HR or other financial analysis or something like that, which I wouldn't do that because I don't want to be in front of the computer for the whole day. But the thing is, I don't regret taking business admin, but I don't think that business admin is like like I have a lot of interest in it. But for my future wise, I think taking business admin is quite good because actually I only knew that I wanted to do marketing and sales like maybe a few months ago or last year after my interns. So in that case, actually I'm glad that I took business admin because I can actually move to another industry, or I can like choose my pathways. I have a lot of choices. That's why I took business admin, but I'm grateful. And then I'm lucky that I have been through 2 internships, so I know what I want already. And I like some of my friends, they don't really know what they want yet, but I hope they can find what which industry they have the interest in. So at least they can have a good job or they enjoy their work.
Yeah, speaking about that, I think that is one of the main reasons that for me personally, I chose mechanical when I started my degree, because engineering is something, mechanical engineering in particular is something I thought that I would enjoy. I still enjoy it. I wouldn't say I regretted taking engineering, but
you don't enjoy working in that industry.
Yeah, I don't really enjoy being the engineer part of engineering. I like the technical side behind it. So okay, so now that was a fantastic sharing from the both of you. So now let's hear from some of our peers. So that
Hi, can you introduce your name?
I am Cass, studying Actuarial Science and Finance, Year 3, Sem 1.
Hi, my name is Ting, and I'm currently studying Bachelor's of Electronic and Electrical Engineering, Year 2, Sem 2.
My name is Desmond. I also study the same course with him, Electrical and Electronic Engineering.
Do you have any plans straight away after graduation?
Well, I don't see myself as a so far sector person, but I had started a new community named Australias. This was actually a community that I always look for. So we build fun and then we do things together. So I think I will bring this out to the community outside here.
So for my plan, I'm thinking of working afterwards, like find a job in Malaysia first. Then of course, I would like to explore more opportunities in the other countries like Singapore, Australia.
For me, actually I haven't think about that because we haven't choose for it's going to the electrical electronic pathway. So I think I will make my decision after that.
I'm Dixon. I'm currently from Bachelor of Pharmacy, Year 3, Sem 2.
Okay, so since you're graduating, what do you feel?
Since I'm graduating, I think I will take some time to rest because I already studied for 4 years, including foundation is 5 years. So I think I'll take some time to rest and exciting, of course. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Kervin. I'm currently getting the financial economics, and this is the last year, second sem for me.
My name is Desmond. I'm also in financial economics, year 3 at Sem 1.
Yeah, for me, I'm quite excited because I need to study again.
No, actually, for me, I'll prefer to study because I enjoy the university life and all.
alright, so we have heard from some of our peers about their plans after graduation. So obviously we heard that some of them they plan on working in Malaysia first for a few years before going to overseas. Some they're not sure what they want to do, and obviously some they want to go into their dream company to work their dream job. I feel like that's an important part of everyone to be able to have a plan in our head, in our minds after graduation, so that I wouldn't say it's a bad thing to be lost after graduation, but at least we know there will be something in our minds that we want to do. So now we will be going into a commercial break, and we'll be back shortly.
What does woman empowerment mean to you?
A Gen Z question.
Um,
Wait. Oh, okay.
I'm really bad in English.
I have no idea about that.
Just another day in life.
Woman should be do the what do you call empower.
I guess it's independence, not relying on a man for anything.
Freedom in choosing a career, climbing up the corporate ladder, and being a mom at the same time.
I guess ways for women to feel like they're in charge of what they do.
Sometimes kalau jadi perempuan orang fikir lemah ke apa, tapi for me I think like it's not easy.
A sort of feeling you get when you believe in yourself
to take any career path, any life journey that they want to take.
我不觉得性别是取决于他办事能力的特征。
Je ne suis pas d'accord avec cet avis pour la simple et bonne raison que les femmes devraient pouvoir décider de ce qu'elles veulent faire dans la vie.
Women can have equal rights as men.
Whether it maybe sometimes their happiness is in the home and in the kitchen and in the family, and sometimes their happiness is elsewhere.
As the saying goes, the power behind the throne is a woman. The hand that rocks the cradle rules the world.
Okay, so we're back from our commercial break. So we have already heard from some of our peers about their plans after graduation. So now let's get real for a second. So how much do you guys know about how to write a resume or maybe preparing for a job interview? Do you have any kind of experiences so far?
Okay, you know my resume is quite funny for me.
Okay.
So okay.
I'm interested to know.
Yeah, during my first internship, right, I did not know how to write a resume.
Okay.
I went to search, and then I don't know what to fill in those forms, like you when you go search on Google or Safari or something, and then they'll give you a bunch of pictures you have names, you have like emails or something. Okay, the template. So part of the template, okay, I know what to fill, but working experience, achievements, or education, I don't know how to fill everything, I was like kind of worried. And then at the time when I was doing my internship, the lecturer in charge is like they did not really pay attention, or they didn't really help you in doing a resume. So I was like kind of working it by myself, and I was like, I was like asking for resumes from my friends who have done their internships. I was like, hi, can I borrow your resume? Can I have a look at your resume, like what to write? And then I literally asked my friend to help me write my resume. But after that, I went to study on resume, actually what to include in resume. So I found out several things that you have to take note. Like the information, you have to have your own personal information, but not too much. Like to the extent where they can contact you and they can understand you, and that's all. And then when information, and the second information that I think is very important is, what do you get, like what is your advantage that will put you suitable for this position or for this company. Like several companies, right, they don't actually look at how good your results are, but how well you explain yourself in your resume. Like, so you have to state out your advantages and everything. And thirdly, I think the most common information in resume, like your working experience, your education, your basic information. So for me, I think, like, you know, some templates, right, they are very messy. You know, like some of the information is here and there, but they belong together. So after my first internship, and I went to do research on resume, and I asked some of the companies or the managers and everything, and they told me that, oh, actually resume is for the company to understand you. So it doesn't have a fixed template. Actually, what kind of resume they accept, but the resume you can. I heard that some people actually did resume in magazines. You know, they make a magazine about themselves, and then it is a resume or something. So they accept that. So they actually want you to explain yourself and explain how can you fit in that position, and that's all. So resume, I think it's quite easy. At the same time, don't make it complicated. Like I think I tend to make things complicated myself. Yeah.
How about you, Chris?
I feel like he said exactly what I said, what wanted to say anyways. But I believe, example for some industries, right, there you can customize your resume a bit more to suit that certain position. Example, I'm a 3D animation student. So when I was doing my interns, right, I purposely made my portfolio more, put more like design stuff and stuff. So it makes it more believable for like the bosses and the company, you know.
I think for my industry, because usually they say engineers are a bit stiff. Yeah. So I think for us, based on my experience as well, because I've been to 2 internships myself. So based on experience, they want precise, concise information on your resume. They don't want it to be too long. They don't want it to be too short. Just like 1 page enough. So I would say that's the important part lah. You don't need to make it pretty, as long as all the relevant information it's listed there. Okay, so about interviews. So do you have any experiences in like attending job interviews and stuff like that? Maybe any pointers?
Actually, I do. Because when I started my second internship, my first internship, I went through an interview as well. But the interview was quite simple, I think. It's not face to face, but it's like video online. FaceTime or something. But I feel like that interview is not that serious. But I have actually went to Huawei's interview. Yeah. And then I think that even though I'm not hired, but I think that the interview, they were quite okay, and they were quite professional. And there's like 2 rounds of interviews. So depend on the companies. Some of the companies, when they understand you, they actually might not need any interviews. But some of the companies, they need interview maybe 1 or 2 times or even 3 times. But the first interview that I've been through with Huawei is through a phone. So after that, we arranged the second interview, which is FaceTime also. Okay. And then there's like a few interviewers, you know, they ask me few questions. Like this interviewer asked me a few questions, and that interviewer asked me a few questions some more. And then there will be like, it spent like 30 minutes or around 1 hour lah. It's not that long, but then actually I feel like the questions that people say that they might ask might differ from other companies. Like some of the big companies, they ask, oh, how much do you know about our company? But some of the companies, they don't actually ask this type of question. They ask different questions like, okay, if I give you an example of this brand or this project I want to bring out, what type of marketing strategy you might want to use. They might be very technical or tactical. Yes. So sometimes it's good. Sometimes it will be kind of hard lah. But then
it sounds a bit stressful.
Yes, sometimes though. But some of the times I think the interviewer is quite friendly though. Yeah, it's like the interviewer will like do jokes or like like make the like the vibe
kind of de-stress you a bit.
Yeah, so I will be like, okay, you'll be very friendly, and then I can speak more. I can be more, open and everything.
I do have a question though before we continue. How did you like get to the to applicating Huawei at the first place?
I remember there's a career fair at our school.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I think that a lot of companies, right, especially those big companies, right, they have their own recruiting websites or like career fairs and everything. So I don't think that you should be like think too much like if I like drop my resume, will they reply me or anything? Just drop your resume. You have to step out first. You don't expect people to I want to hire you straight away after you drop your resume. It takes time. Like maybe when you drop your resume, it takes maybe 2 weeks, even 1 month for them to contact you. But then so you can drop your resume early, and then you just drop just drop as many as you can. That's my opinion. Because there's a lot of companies, and every companies might have a few slots, and there might be hundreds of applicants. So when they are full, they find the applicants to fit their slots. Then they might not choose you, but then you have to just take your shot lah. So don't just like I just want to maybe go this company. I just drop one resume. It won't work. I don't think it will work that easily. So you have to drop a lot of resumes.
Okay, so actually speaking about a job interview, actually I have one very memorable one myself. Because actually right after high school, I applied for, like I said before, like my dream is to be a pilot. So I applied for a cadet pilot program. So there was an interview there that time with Malaysia Airlines. So it was 3 interviewers. I remember there were 2 captains and 1 HR guy. And one of the captains, he dropped me a question because I wrote in my resume that I have strong leadership skills. Like that. So he asked me a question. He's like, okay, so you said you have strong leadership skills. Let's put you in a scenario. Okay, so now you're flying a plane, you're the co-pilot. Okay, you had an issue with your plane and you landed in the middle of the South China Sea. Right after you landed, okay, everyone's alive, scenario, everyone's alive. But
you landed safely lah.
Yeah, but you can't find your captain. What would you do?
Okay, so you're not the captain.
Yeah, I'm not the captain.
You're not the captain. Yeah.
So you can't find your captain. What would you do? That's his question to me, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, I wasn't prepared for this. I was prepared for the technical question. Okay, how does a plane fly? The normal pilot interviews are how does a plane fly? What's a flap? What's a slat? I was prepared for those type, and he kind of put me in the spot. Then I was like thinking, okay. Like, I would say okay, then I will take charge. I will assume the responsibility as the second in command. Blah 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 blah. I passed the interview so I think I answered.
The answer is correct.
I think he likes the answer So I would say so usually you need to be prepared for an interview, and obviously I would say sometimes you can't be too prepared as well because you will never know. You can't really predict what's the question that the interviewer will ask.
Totally agree.
Sometimes they'll ask like very technical questions, especially like in my field, in the very technical fields. Sometimes probably like, for example, Chris, you're in design. They'll ask you design questions. Probably like they want to test your creativity, stuff like that. I would say that just the most important part of an interview, a job interview, is just be yourself. Just go in without a lot of expectation. If they ask questions, just talk and just be honest. Most important thing, don't lie in the interview. Don't lie in your resume. So whatever, if they ask you a question, if you don't know, then just say you don't know lah. If you are not sure, just say, I'm sorry, I'm not too sure about that. I'll try to find out after the interview.
I actually kind of agree because I remember like there's one time when my friend told me she actually prepared for the whole interview, But then when the interview starts, they ask the questions that she did not prepare. She doesn't know what to answer because she already prepared for the whole interview already.
Okay, so like we already shared about like tips for like interviews and obviously preparing resumes as well. So obviously we all have our experiences in preparing interviews and for resume. So okay, now we are really getting into it. So why not ask an employer to tell us what are they actually looking for in fresh graduates during interviews? So now let's cut to a quick VT from an employer to see what they think.
Okay, I would usually find a person who has a very good attitude, good discipline, and then good health. Our main concern is that if you don't go for these three factors, ultimately, it is going to be a loss to the company. In my interviewer room, of course, I will look at his face, whether he is confident or not. This is particularly very important for those who are going to hold a higher position, like a manager level. We have to look at that. If you look at her or him, like no confidence, straight away we will be able to know. Then we have to think that whether are we going to choose him or her for our company or not. Normally, I would ask she or he, what is your weaknesses? And then apart from weaknesses, I would like to know what is your strength if you are being employed to the company. These are the two significant factors that normally I will ask to see whether he or she can explain very well or not.
Alright, so that was some really solid advice from Mr. Teo. So whether it is crafting a very strong resume to showing a lot of confidence in a job interview. So maybe just having the right attitude that the company is actually looking for. It's clear that employers that are doing the interviews, they are looking for a certain thing. Whether they want a person to be proactive, adaptable, or maybe just with a really strong heart that is willing to learn. So to all fresh graduates out there, just take notes. Just be yourself in interviews to polish up your resume and bring your best to a job interview. So who knows, the opportunity to work for your dream company in your dream job might just be for you. So that is our advice from the employers. So now we will have a short commercial break. Don't go anywhere and we'll be right back.
What does woman empowerment mean to you?
A Gen Z question.
Um,
Wait.
Oh, okay.
I'm really bad in English.
I have no idea about that.
Just another day in life.
Woman should be do the what do you call empower.
I guess it's independence, not relying on a man for anything.
Freedom in choosing a career, climbing up the corporate ladder, and being a mom at the same time.
I guess ways for women to feel like they're in charge of what they do.
Sometimes kalau jadi perempuan orang fikir lemah ke apa, tapi for me I think like it's not easy.
A sort of feeling you get when you believe in yourself.
To take any career path, any life journey that they want to take.
我不觉得性别是取决于他办事能力的特征。
Je ne suis pas d'accord avec cet avis pour la simple et bonne raison que les femmes devraient pouvoir décider de ce qu'elles veulent faire dans la vie.
Women can have equal rights as men.
Whether it maybe sometimes their happiness is in the home and in the kitchen and in the family, and sometimes their happiness is elsewhere.
As the saying goes, the power behind the throne is a woman. The hand that rocks the cradle rules the world.
Aneh.
Alright, so we're back from the commercial break. So obviously, just now we have heard about all of our plans after graduation, and obviously we shared some very insightful tips on how to correctly write a resume, or maybe how to prepare for a job interview. I would say the most important thing to say, go back again, about an interview is to prepare for the unexpected. You never know what will happen in an interview. You never know what question. You never know the attitude of the interviewer as well, because we heard a lot of stories about those like nightmare interviews. So I would say that was a very insightful sharing from the both of you, and obviously from our employer and our other students as well, our peers as well. So okay, so now we have already heard from our employers. We already heard a lot of our fantastic sharing. So it's time for some fun. Okay. So we're gonna play a little game. We call it a blind box.
Alright.
So in this game, the two of you are going to pick some random questions from this box here, and based on the questions that you pick, I'll ask you guys, and you have to answer it to the best that you can. So there are no time to think. Just pretend like this is a job interview. I'm asking you question, then you need to
Sure.
So are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let me scramble this.
Wait, do we pick one?
You pick one, then I ask, and then you answer.
Both of us answer or what?
No, you answer.
Okay.
Yeah, then he will pick one, and then the question, then he will answer the question.
I see.
Okay.
It's a designated question.
Yes, so I think it's sufficiently scrambled. So
I already
You go
scrambled.
first.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start with Chris.
Okay,
Let's start with Chris.
So I take one first, right?
Yeah, just take one.
Okay, you take one first.
Just take it and-
Okay, this one.
Just give it to me.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, so the question is, how will you evaluate your performance in today's interview?
Wow, that's unexpected.
Okay.
So I feel like I actually can do better today. I feel like it's about like a 7.5. I feel like if I got more preparation, if I like a bit more smart today, had more sleep today, then I could have a better performance, and I could talk a bit more lah. Yeah, I feel like for me the most important thing about interview is I have to be natural, because whenever I'm like anxious, right, people can see that.
Yeah.
And when people can see that, they know you're not prepared. But that's my question lah. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good answer. That's
Yes, I can.
Scramble.
Right. Listen.
Okay, so the question is, how do you measure your worth in terms of salary?
Ooh.
How do I measure my
Worth.
worth?
Do you have I would say additional, do you have like an expectation of like a starting salary, or maybe this is the amount that
Yes,
you
I do.
want to work for?
Your standard.
Actually, I do. So I've asked few of my friends who have graduated, and then wait. But this question will be asked during the interview, right?
Yes.
So I have to treat you as the interviewer, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I feel like my worth is okay. I wouldn't give you a fixed salary, because if I'm interviewing for marketing position, for me, I think that the company should pay me how much I can bring to the company. For me, I believe that I have good marketing strategies. I can help in a lot of segments and a lot of marketing strategies, or even when the company is facing some marketing problem, branding problem and everything. If my workload is a lot, then I would expect the company to pay me more. So in this industry, I believe that my beginning salary, my basics, should be around 4,000 per month. At least 4,000, or else I cannot pay for my rent, I cannot eat, I cannot travel, I cannot do anything, you know. Like the expenses are so high right now. Cannot. Have to be 4,000 and above.
Okay.
But if I'm not only doing marketing, I'm doing more than marketing, then I'll expect a much more salary.
Especially in KL.
Yeah, true, especially in KL.
Especially
True.
Well, I would say it's kind of hard to get a very good starting salary currently in the market, because obviously the company, they want to earn money as well. They don't want to pay you so much. And
Yes.
I would say it's kind of especially going into an interview, it's kind of good to have a know on the market price first before we do any
engagement.
Yeah, engagement before any.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You know, like my friends, right? Some of my friends, their basics is like very low, but some of my friends who know how to promote themselves and who has like experience in designing everything, when they are doing like marketing stuff as well, the basic is very high. I have heard from my friend it is like 4.5K or something after graduation only. So I was like very shocked. So I believe that it's how you promote yourself and how many experience you have. Yes, like my friends, like she's part of the committee group, and then what did she do, or maybe she has interned before, and what did she do? I think these are all part of how much you worth, you know, in terms of salary. This is very important.
Okay, now let's go to Chris again. Pick a question.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, interesting. So what do you think is your biggest weakness, and how have you worked to overcome it?
Ooh, okay. My biggest weakness, right? I feel like my biggest weakness is when I'm not confident. You know, I'm unconfident with my abilities, and I find out, right, it's like always a recurring topic in my life. You know, I keep on going through that experience, and you know, sometimes I think about it too complicated, but you know, it's actually just you yourself. It's actually a very personal thing. It's actually you're not confident in your abilities to do this, to do that, you know. And I feel like how I overcome it is a lot of times I would make before an interview or before like I would do something important, I would go to sleep. I will go to sleep. I go to sleep, so like, because I'm nervous, right? So when I go to sleep, right, it's like it clears out your body, you know. It's like you wake up, you feel fresh again. Even though it's like 30 minutes to 2 hours, you know, stuff like that.
Just a short nap.
Just a short nap. It really helps. It really helps. Trust me.
I think for me personally, I've been learning on like working on how to like overcome like weaknesses as well. I feel like I have the same issue with Chris as well, which is self-confidence sometimes, which I try to overcome in whatever way possible, probably by going on stage, stuff like that, to kind of like put you in a spot where you need to be confident, or else like, what else? Okay, now let's go to Tiger again. Let's take one more.
Okay. Wait, is this long? I can take the short one. Can I take a short one?
I think it's the same length lah. Just it. Okay.
Short lah.
Why should we hire you over other candidates?
So, I believe that I have actually learned a lot in my universities. I don't believe like people can really explain how much they learn, but then for me, I think that I know what I've learned and I can know how to apply it. I think that is very important. For me, I believe my worth because when I study, I don't study like I just memorize. You know, in business, a lot of students memorize. Because our syllabus is to memorize. But for me, I don't only memorize. Okay, I do a lot of studies. I try to understand what I'm learning. So when you understand what you're learning, you know how to apply it. Like a lot of marketing strategies, a lot of marketing terms, and a lot of those kind of tactical things in marketing. And then people might know marketing 4Ps, what is 4Ps, and what is 7Ps, and everything people might know. But then they don't know how to apply it. And what I've learned and what I can do is to apply this. Maybe you can ask other candidates, what are the 4Ps? They can explain to you. But how do you actually use these 4Ps? They might not know. But for me, I know. So that's why I'm better than other candidates. And a plus on is I can do more than my department. Yes.
Okay.
So you are you are looking for a marketing and sales department member. Okay, I'm joining your team. But then when you have a issue about other segments, maybe supply chain or maybe accounting or HR or something, I might not be professional in that industry, but I will know what like the basics, and maybe if you are facing some problem, I can help you solve that problem. So it's like when you hire someone, you hire one person. When you hire me, you hire 5 people.
Oh, the confidence. Oh.
But of course, I have to give it to others. Like, if you are professionals, yes, you are. But I'm not professional. I have to say that. Like in HR or something, I might not be professional in that. But I am better in marketing. But I can do, yes, I can do everything like that. Yeah.
Okay. Good. That's a very good answer. Okay.
I'm like dreaming that I'm in a real interview right now.
do I act like a real interviewer? I should act more like a real interviewer.
Please don't.
Okay. I won't. Trust me, I won't. I'm not good at that as well. All right, Chris.
Okay. I picked the long one.
Okay, so what is going to be the question? Okay. Interesting. So, how do you stay productive when you are feeling overwhelmed?
Wow, okay. Productive when I feel overwhelmed. So normally, right, I believe when I'm overwhelmed, I am already like stuck onto something. I'm already like pushing too much, maybe a bit of overworking. So normally I would take the time out, a bit of it, to do some personal stuff, such as, I'm a big fan of a bit of like combat sports lah. So sometimes I will go training with my friends, a bit of like kickboxing, Muay Thai, yeah. And Mamak sessions are the best when you're after training, man. Is the way I can like release my stress. Yeah, to talk to my friends and all that. Yeah.
But for me personally, I feel like I'm at my best. Speak about overwhelm. Obviously, when you're overwhelmed, you feel stressed. But for me personally, I feel like I'm at my best when I'm stressed. So,
Okay.
if you give me a thing to do, let's say if you give me 3 weeks, I'll just be like, chill lah, 3 weeks. I can just
the
chill.
procrastination.
I can just be chill about it.
The procrastination.
And I would say my results won't be that
good. Yeah.
But if you give
me
me
3
something,
days.
Okay, this is your job, I want it tomorrow, then I would say that is when I'm at my best. I feel like that's me lah.
That is what you call locked in.
Yeah. Because
lock in.
I need the pressure to be able to
work hard,
focus and work. Because if you give me 3 weeks, I'll be like,
I do this first, I do that first, I enjoy my time first.
I game a bit lah. Then
Hear me out. This is highly relatable.
Yeah. I think it's a testament of how we are brought up as well, because my parents, they'll be like, I want this tomorrow. That's my parents lah.
Yes. Like assignments you have to do like before the due date, and then you think, I will do the assignments.
Even for me like finals, talking about university, for finals, right, usually
people study few months ago.
Especially engineering, they don't stop studying.
True.
So it's like, okay, for finals, I have 2 months until finals. I start studying now. For me, I do study like before that, but it's not like the locked in study.
Agree.
Usually like finals or paper is like 9 a.m. I'll wake up at 4 and start studying. So that's me. That's how I work lah. So there's one more question here.
Okay.
Do you want both of us to answer that?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah. What is your thought on working overtime?
Oh, okay.
I feel like when I'm working, I feel like I have the responsibility, to actually finish my job or to contribute to the company. But at the same time, I believe that the company has to pay me as well. Like, you pay me by my worth and how much I contribute. So if I'm contributing overtime, like I'm doing like OT and everything, you have to pay me my OT rate lor. So I think this will be discussed when I'm hired. So everything will be discussed and settled and pinpoint already. Like everything is okay. There is there. Like if you OT, you have OT, you have like double or like how much payment lah. Depends on the company ah. So I believe that if you have this kind of agreements already, I'm willing to do OTs. But sometimes I believe that maybe I have some meetings, or maybe I have some personal stuff to do after my working hours, then I would not opt for OT. I believe that OT is a choice which I'm willing to choose, but then depends on the situation actually.
I believe so as well. Like if I OT, you better pay me by the time, by the rate. And for me, I'm actually not a very big advocate of overworking because I really like to spend time with my friends and family. So it's like work is work. After that, no thank you for me. I'm very like clear on that, and it's also a difficulty I face because every time I tell that to like a boss or a company, it happens, and then they start to consider whether they like me or not, they want me or not, because there's so many competitions. Yeah.
I would say that's my view on overtime as well. I'm willing to do it as long as I'm sufficiently compensated for it. Be it you pay me extra or you give me extra leave or stuff like that lah. Because okay, so you all did great in the game, but now let's hear from some of us who have already gone through the entire journey of graduation. So what advice do they have for fresh grads like us? So now let's have a look live with Fuye.
Hello everyone in the studio. Now I'm at UCSI University. We're going to find some people who can give advices for those who almost graduate. And let's go! Oh, hi! What's your name?
Hello, my name is Fahim.
What's your major?
I have graduated from Bachelor of Hospitality and Administration.
Okay, so can you give some advices for those who almost graduate?
Well, while you approach your graduation, I have few pieces of advices that can be really helpful on your journey. The first will be teachable because it's important to receive feedbacks. It can be from your mentor, it can be from your boss or your parents as well. I would say it's very important because you should always be open for feedback. So yeah, and as well, I would say patience is important because you might feel a lot of challenges on your journey while you're going, and success does not happen overnight actually. So it's crucial to be patient while you're going through something. Yeah.
So thank you for Fahim's advices, and now we can go into find one more person, and we're willing to hear more. Okay, let's go. Oh, hi.
Hi.
Can I have your name, please?
My name is Qing Sihan.
So can you give some advices for those who almost graduate?
I think the important is keep learning and stay open to change. The new skill and knowledge will help you stay ahead in a faster change world. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Try new things and adapt to challenges. Every experience, even failures, is a chance to grow.
Thank you for these very inspiring words. And now we're back to the studio and Fuye. See you again.
Okay, thank you so much, Fuye. So that was some really insightful advice from our fellow, our peers that graduated already. So from navigating a lot of job applications to handling rejections, because not every company that we apply to, they will accept us, right? So, and even figuring out if that is actually what you want to do for your future. It's clear that everyone's journey after graduation, it's always a bit different. But there's one thing for sure, we need to stay open for opportunities, like learning from every experiences that happen, be it good or bad, and not to be too harsh on ourselves as well. So basically, if you're feeling a bit lost, just remember that you're not alone. This is a journey that every person needs to go through, so that every step counts, and the most important thing is actually you try to do the things that
you want
after graduation. So you apply to companies, you go to interviews, and stuff like that. So after this fantastic sharing, let's have a short break. Don't go anywhere, and we'll be going into it.
What does woman empowerment mean to you?
A Gen Z question.
Oh, okay.
I'm really bad in English.
I have no idea about that.
Just another day in life.
Woman should be do the what do you call empower.
I guess it's independence, not relying on a man for anything.
Freedom in choosing a career, climbing up the corporate ladder, and being a mom at the same time.
I guess ways for women to feel like they're in charge of what they do. Sometimes kalau jadi perempuan orang fikir lemah ke apa, tapi for me I think like it's not easy.
A sort of feeling you get when you believe in yourself.
To take any career path, any life journey that they want to take.
我不觉得性别是取决于他办事能力的特征。
Je ne suis pas d'accord avec cet avis pour la simple et bonne raison que les femmes devraient pouvoir décider de ce qu'elles veulent faire dans la vie.
Women can have equal rights as men.
Whether it maybe sometimes their happiness is in the home and in the kitchen and in the family, and sometimes their happiness is elsewhere.
As the saying goes, the power behind the throne is a woman. The hand that rocks the cradle rules the world.
Okay, so we're back from our commercial break. So obviously today we have learned a lot about a lot of our plans after graduation, what do we plan to do and how to navigate life after graduation, because life goes on long right after graduation, because like until now I would say it's 1/3 of our life and we have another 2/3 left to go after graduation, and obviously facing the real world, facing the industry, facing people's different expectation between being a student and being like in the working world. So whether you all have your future planned out or you're just still figuring it out, remember that we all have our own journeys after graduation, and obviously to navigate life and to navigate the industry lah. So obviously, I want to say a big thank you to the both of you.
Thank you. We enjoy a lot. I mean, at least I enjoy a lot. I enjoy a lot.
For your wonderful insights, your wonderful tips, and obviously you shared your experience as well. And obviously, thank you to all our live interviewees as well, so that to share their valuable insights. Until next time, I'm Nicholas. So remember, just to stay positive and keep moving forward. Jangan lupa, jom Mamak.